Amanda was in the middle of a burning room. The only window was too small and too high for the woman to reach. There was also nothing to climb or stand on. There was no rope, neither was there a door. And still, in a matter of seconds, Amanda was outside. How did she do it? There was no door in the room. The woman just ran out through the doorway. Jason was a courier who regularly delivered food and other stuff to Mrs. Brown. The elderly lady liked him a lot. She trusted him enough to let the guy use her spare key that she kept under her doormat. When Mrs. Brown was away, Jason would take this key and leave everything he had brought inside. One day, the guy came to the woman's house and found out that the key wasn't in its usual place. He rang the bell, and a man he'd never seen before opened the door. "I'm an electrician," he said. "I was fixing some lighting problems in the living room, and the lady is resting now." Jason immediately called the police. Why? The man used the spare key to get inside. See, it's lying on the table in the hall. But if he was a real electrician, the lady would have let him in. Then why would he even need the spare key? A rare and precious diamond was found in a small town. The local authorities needed to move it to the capital city. All criminals in the area knew about the priceless gem and were after it. But one detective said he knew how to transport the diamond to the capital safely. What did he suggest? They transferred the exact copy of the diamond with a great deal of publicity. But the real gem was taken to the capital secretly by the detective. You're locked in a room, and the only thing that can help you get out of there is this note. You won't leave this room until you solve my riddle. 123 equals 0. 5237 equals 0. 8899 equals 6. 370 equals 1. 1001 equals 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals what? Can you figure out the correct answer? The answer is 4. You need to count all the closed circles in the digits. Lila was caught by a villain who then locked her in a basement and went away. In a few hours, the villain came back. He promised that if Lila solved his riddle, he would set her free. But if she failed, she would stay there forever. The villain gave the girl a note where it was written, guess the next 3 letters in the sequence. G, T, N, T, L. Can you help her do it? The answer is ITS. Each of the letters in the sequence is the first letter of the words in the note. Hannah got lost in a cave. After wandering around for some time, she saw 3 tunnels. The first passage was full of bear traps. The second tunnel was filled with toxic gases going from under the ground. The third passage was filled with water, swarming with huge whale sharks. Which tunnel should Hannah choose? Hannah picked the third tunnel. Whale sharks are harmless filter feeders. A wealthy businessman disappeared right from his home one afternoon. His wife called the police. A detective arrived and questioned everyone who was in the house at that time. The cook said she'd been preparing dinner and hadn't left the kitchen. The maid claimed she'd been cleaning the dining room after the businessman and his wife had had lunch. And the wife said that after lunch, she'd been sunbathing and swimming in the pool. The detective immediately realized who was behind the man's disappearance. Do you know the answer? It was the wife. Look outside. It's late fall and there's no water in the swimming pool. Paul was a young but very talented chemist. He was going to attend a very important conference where he had to present his latest work. But right before the event, Paul's envious colleague locked the guy in his lab. There was no way he could get out of there on his own. In the middle of the room, there was a test tube with some bright purple liquid inside. There was also a note. This mixture will blow up in 1 minute. You've got only one chance to neutralize it with one of these ingredients. If you add the correct one, the reaction will stop. Here's the clue. You'll need to figure out the needed ingredient. By the way, your chemical knowledge won't help here. Luckily, Paul was very smart and managed to find the right ingredient before the time ran out. Which one was it? It's a row of letters from H to O. It means the needed ingredient is H2O, which is water. Betty was having lunch in a nice cafe when several police officers came in. They were looking for a criminal who had escaped from the police station the day before. Betty started to look around too, examining the visitors. She spotted the criminal even faster than the officers did. Who was it? Look at the barman. He's wearing handcuffs. Look at this equation. It isn't correct. What can you do to make it correct? All you need to do is turn the equation upside down. You'll get 108 equals 6 times 18. Look at this picture. How many zombies can you spot here? They're all zombies. The guy on the left has apparently lost his eyeballs. There's another eyeball on the ice cream the girl is eating, and it doesn't seem to be bothering her. And even though this dog is biting the guy on the right, he doesn't seem to feel any pain. Look at these pictures. Can you figure out who is faking pregnancy? It's the woman on the left. Look at the balloons the boy is holding. The one with the letter D on it is missing. Sally didn't want to go to school one day. She came to her mom and said she didn't feel well and had a fever. Her mom touched her forehead, and indeed, it was hot. Sally's mom let the girl stay home. Look at Sally's room and try to figure out how the girl tricked her mom. Easy peasy. She heated her forehead with the hairdryer. One person needs a day to dig a hole. Then how long will it take two people to dig half a hole? There's no such thing as half a hole. A melon is 40 cents. A raspberry is 60 cents. An avocado, 80 cents. How much is a lychee? The correct answer is 60 cents. The price of each fruit is 20 cents multiplied by the number of vowels in the fruit's name. After having had an argument with a powerful magician the night before, Mark woke up in a dark room. Luckily, his cell phone was still working. He switched on the flashlight and saw 3 doors. Apparently, the first one led to a sea swarming with predator sharks. The second door led to a cave filled with sharp rocks and bats with giant claws. And the third door led to a forest with brain-controlling zombie mosquitoes. Which door should Mark open to escape? The second door sounds like a pretty safe choice. Bats may look scary, but they won't attack you if you don't provoke them. Some weirdo caught you and offered to choose a place where you'd have to stay on your own for the following 3 weeks. If you managed to survive, he'd set you free. He gave you 3 options: a desert with several cacti growing around, a sunny field with flowers where you'll have a banana and a glass of water, and a beach under the stormy skies, surrounded by sharp cliffs with high waves crashing against the shore. Where will you have more chances to survive? In a desert, there's no water, and you won't last long. 1 banana and a glass of water won't help you to survive for 3 weeks. Your only choice is the beach. The sea will provide you with food, and since the weather is cloudy, you'll be able to drink rainwater.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.